and dream of.
We're on our way to do a loop that I created on Onyx to go find a cool camping spot I found on the map. And we're gonna do a big loop from Blacks Creek exit on the freeway, come all the way back around past Lucky Peak Reservoir, and then back home. Join and welcome. Thank you for watching. Alright, we took the turn off towards our spot we're going to check out. So, there we go. Gonna get dirt here in a second. I'm going to try to do it without airing down, but I may end up airing down. We'll see.
That Onyx thing's pretty cool. It works with my Apple CarPlay.
Yeah,
So it's like full dash.
right on your screen.
And I'm like not on that app on my phone, so I'm like on YouTube and Spotify on my phone, but on the screen on Onyx.
Yeah, it's bitching. They just started doing that like 6 or 7 months ago with Android and iOS. I was gonna tell you, make sure you download the maps of the area. We can hang it and show you some of the stuff. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. Obviously, at this point, I decided to air down, and we're going to talk about here a few things my buddy likes about the Onyx app. And throughout this video, I'm going to go ahead and say a few things positive, negative, and some changes I think feedback-wise would be appropriate. Airing down, I went ahead and explained a little bit to my buddy about the new 2-bar rack I put on top to hold the basket carrier I've had for a long time. $60 and it's worth it, and I'm going to do some more modifications to actually make it more worthwhile. I might cut those ears off, but I was thinking about making fishing pole tubes.
Yeah.
And maybe now, because that gives extra rack space to put something on, you know. I could mount the jack for the actual outside of it. So after chatting about the Onyx app and how cool it is, and airing down, my buddy mentioned that we had passed by a cool little offshoot to the road, and he wanted to try it. So, hey, let's do it. It was fun. It was off camber, it was steep, and it was very rutted. It was perfect to play with on our way to where we were going. Randomly in my videos you may hear some clunking around and things. It's usually the miniature cooler in my back seat with stuff in it rolling around. And when I say rolling around, I don't mean the whole cooler is rolling around. It is strapped in. It's just drinks and stuff inside the cooler. first part of this road is well maintained and not too many chatter bumps. Not as bad as the Middle Fork Road. And then you move from this lower treed area to a higher prairie area with huge canyons. It's beautiful. I found what I was looking for here. A little ways out on this rough road. Pretty sure this is going to be my next epic campsite, or at least in the near future. Thanks, Will from Venture to Roam. I know you didn't share this with me, but you kind of did. Two fire rings, huh? Alright, that was it. I didn't show you, not that I'm the only person that knows, but pretty cool. Definitely probably a spring, early summer place with the dryness if you want to have a fire. But it's got a great lookout spot over the reservoir, so we're gonna head out and head towards a little place along the Middle Fork Road, just so I could show my buddy Mark, who's with me in his Land Cruiser, this little place along the river. Maybe try to find some four-wheeling spots, maybe some hill climbing spots or something like that. So here we go. Oh, we were gonna eat lunch on this lookout camp spot. I'm not really that hungry yet, and he wasn't either, so fried chicken later, I guess. Found a secret way down to the beach, or we might have found a way to get stuck and not be able to turn around. Let's see.
Yeah, don't come up here.
Copy that. dirt bike trail. Definitely goes down by the water. And washed out with rocks and trees, Mark got a few Idaho pinstripes on his new Land Cruiser. My quick disconnect sway bar links, the same one as always. After I just measured them and tightened them up and did all that stuff, it just popped off, lost the pin. So I just went ahead and took the good one and pinned it up to the frame where it goes, or the body where it goes. So guess I'll be driving around all day without the sway bar hooked up, which is fine, but I just wanted to make sure that worked today, and it didn't. There's the road we wanted to take. There's Mark. Good thing he's got a backup camera, I guess. Pretty cool spot for a waterfall in the spring, it looks like. Alright, yep, he had to back all the way up. I've come to the realization I'm on my third OEM fog light switch in here. And they get warm and they become 2 position, even though they're only 1 position switches. And then the light don't work, but at least they fixed the problem of it was blowing the fuse every time, so we'll see what happens here. Another little side road on the rim. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Hello, class. My name's Mr. Belcher. Mr. Johnson needs me out today with the virus, so I'll be your substitute teacher this afternoon. Now, children, I don't want any shenanigans or horseplay. There'll be no gum chewing and poise. If you wish to speak,
and the shenanigans here would be us taking a side road that follows the canyon rim instead of the main road, which Mark will complain about shortly. this is the point that Mark will be referring to, or I referred to, I should say earlier, about Mark will be referring to, and I don't disagree with him. This wasn't even the roughest here. Have you been hitting the bottom or anything yet?
No, I haven't touched it all.
Very nice. And when I say hit the bottom, of course I mean bottoming out or whatnot. But you'll get to know me and how I speak in due time. You know what I mean. Very rough, rocks sticking up. I wasn't hitting bottom or scraping either, but most vehicles probably would. But with his new 33-inch BFG KO2s, it puts him just almost perfect over all of the stuff like this on these type of really rough roads. The video does not do the roughness of this road justice at all. I'm also guessing that this guy and quite a few we saw parked along the road in this whole trip that you won't see, probably scouting for deer, elk. It's almost bow hunting season for deer and elk, and it's definitely pronghorn antelope season for bow right now in these areas. So that guy found a good camp spot right off the side. There was a cliff down to the reservoir. Big ass air conditioner on that little camper.
Yeah, I'm just glad we don't have to go back out the way we came. That was a lot of bumping.
Yeah, that was kind of a like scenic route I saw on the map and followed the rim there. Coming. It's clear.
I like to play it cool like I'm not that. On the low, who'd assume that I got that? I don't know what to do with the tongue frap, looking all loose, being all that.
Found a little spot to play here. Let's see if we can survive. And by survive, I just mean it was a couple really tall hills that were straight up and down, loose dirt, and a couple creases and some loose dirt. I went down first and then came around and went up. Point right there. Rafi K suspension, in case you see this, I was very nice to my gears while breaking them in for 500 miles. At this point, there is 530 miles, and I'm going to call you on Monday and let you inspect the fluid. I did use the front locker on this, and it was pretty fun.
Right, reverse lights out.
Yeah, thanks. I think I'm going to give this a shot. common sound on my Jeep, and that would be the sway bar link coming off again and hitting the coil spring. I didn't put it on video, but right after this, the sway bar link came off and went in the back seat, and I pinned the sway bar out of the way. I hate those things. I went slow just to see if I could crawl, but no. That's pretty fun. It's really not that much steeper than that one thing we did a couple weeks ago. Is that what the smell is? All right. Onward and forward. That was a good one. Pretty much straight up for, I don't know, 20 feet. And it flattened at the top a little and then went through those 2 creases. That was kind of cool. Soft dirt, lots of sagebrush and cow poop.
Shit together, I'm the glue.
Someone said,
Shorty face, tell me out the blue.
someone said, someone said, motherfucker, someone said.
She's in love with who I am. Back in high school, I used to bust it to the dance. Now I hit the FBO with duffels in my hands. I did half a zan, 13 hours till I land. Had me out like a light, ayy, like a light, ayy, like a light. Ayy. Slept through the flight, ayy, not for the night. 767, man, this shit got double bedroom, man. I still got scores to settle, man. I cracked, pay the price, yeah. Niggas think it's sweet.
So that bridge was crossing the South Fork of the Boise River, and then we're headed up towards Prairie at this point. Pretty steep climb right out of that canyon, but up to Prairie, I'd never been that way, and boy, it's beautiful. Never been on this side. The canyon for the river coming from Anderson Ranch is awesome. Obviously, the fishing's good right there too. Uh-oh, what do we got here? Yep, she must be fine. Nice, love it. I gotta tell you folks, the vibrations in the background and as the GoPro camera mount, I can't stand that crap either. Every time I mount it on, there's more vibrations. I gotta find a different setup, so I apologize. Check the map, hold on.
I get out of the road, dude.
Cool. So the route I made, part of it went through private property. It was kind of a hill climb up a cliff, but the farmer said no trespassing, so we got to go all the way up the prairie and then cut back. So No big deal.
And to be clear, we didn't trespass, and that's why I took the extra time to check the map and the route that I made.
I thought the one you had also had private property. I thought that was kind of the whole point of this app.
No, mine doesn't. You know what? Besides the discounts, I think that's one of the only other things the Elite have. I mean, in emergency situations, I could turn on my Onyx hunting app, and it shows all that shit. So that's kind of why I didn't want to pay the extra. But what I should do is run the hunting app on my phone and run the other one on here. But I've been sending them emails for a year. I'm like, you guys need to make it one app and let people pay for the layers so that hunters can have the roads too. Because the hunting Onyx map, it's trash for the roads. But it tells the private property, it even tells the owner's name and phone number and everything.
Yeah, mine does that. I did have that when I was on, when I had service.
God damn, that canyon's deep on the right. Holy shit.
Yeah, it is. That's a pretty good drop off there. What I have is only $80 a year with that discount code.
Yeah, I don't know how to go back and do it so I get the discount. I'll have to look into it since I already started paying the fee for this year. I don't know. Maybe I'll call them and see if there's the prorate what I already bought.
Did you pay for the year or are you paying monthly?
I guess it is monthly. I need to look at when my billing cycle ends, I guess.
Yeah. Is it through the Android, Google, whatever, store?
Yeah, the Play Store.
There's a truck behind me. If you get a chance, pull over.
Copy that. his app, he has the private property. Some guy owns like 4,000 acres. It's all shut off to hunting. Must be getting close to prairie. Gotta find Long Gulch. I believe this is prairie.
No, it said prairie, turned right, and it's 3 miles away.
Oh, gotcha. I didn't see it. I just saw the store and figured there.
Some cool roads out to the right, up higher.
Yeah, I see that. Like a ridge road or something.
And too bad some guy owns it all and shut it off. Oh well, that's our day and age. And also, in that last clip, if you didn't notice, the large, long, hand-stacked lava rock fence / wall. That was pretty cool.
We're heading further away, did you know that?
Yeah, I don't have this part of the map downloaded, but I can kind of see a little bit. It should start curving back around so we can drop down into the next canyon at the Middle Fork and then back towards Arrow Rock. That's why it took me so long looking at the map. It's like, oh, I gotta keep going away and then come back. We gotta get into the next drainage, which is way up here.
As far as the next section, we'll be dropping down into what I thought was the Middle Fork of the Boise River drainage, but it ends up not being. So check it out.
Well, hopefully, since I didn't download this part of the map, we're headed down into the Middle Fork drainage. This upper plateau between the two drainages, we're definitely on the right route. We're about to drop down and cross the Middle Fork, and then I think Mark's ready to eat. I think I'm ready to eat, so we'll find a spot, maybe a cool campground, and eat. back to the Middle Fork drainage. Gonna try to find that spot to eat. Maybe up here at Rattlesnake Campground we could do that. It's coming up pretty quick. There's a campground coming up in a little bit. Maybe, hopefully it'll be open and we can eat in the shade at the camp spot.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, at this point, there was a Rattlesnake Campground marked on the app, and as you can see, there is no Rattlesnake Campground. So we had to keep pushing through. I thought we were dropping into the Middle Fork drainage, but it was Rattlesnake Creek drainage, so we dropped down in there. Now we're coming back up here, so we haven't had lunch yet. I know the Indians are getting restless. I know I am. Hopefully we'll be dropping down in here pretty quick. Looks like we're gonna pretty close to coming over this pass, and then we'll be dropping down, if I'm guessing right, without totally scoping the map. Side-by-siders coming up fast around any of these hairpin corners. We are getting to the spot where a lot of those people like to cruise 100 million light speed miles an hour. I always got to be cautious. Campground was not even there. That was on the map. I thought we were dropping down in the Middle Fork. That was Rattlesnake Creek. So obviously after we cross this pass, we'll be dropping down in. And then as soon as we
gas down in there, there'll be plenty of spots to eat.
Alright. I'm stuffing chips in there, so I think I'm over.
Now, why don't we enjoy a little bit of Numa while you enjoy some of the views here, and I do the best I can to get this video copyrighted. Haha.
crossing Middle Fork. Gonna try to be home by 4 or so. Gonna haul the mail a little bit on this road. The Middle Fork of the Boise River. So yeah. Lots of people camping up here. Just like lots of side-by-sides hauling way too much ass. Right. Oh, is this the racetrack? Yeah, dude, this is the racetrack. Why don't you go find a side-by-side trail? That's what I'm thinking. ours was all gutted out. Nice, clean, one owner.
Nice.
Now's a good time to remind everyone to check up on road etiquette, especially when it's one lane and there's a lot of traffic. Always make sure you hold out your hand out the window, the number of people that are in your group behind you. Whether the people coming the other way know it or not, they'll get it real quick. But if there's 5 of you total, there's 4 behind you, just slow down and hold 4 fingers out the window. Hopefully they know, and hopefully they'll do the same. It can be very dangerous. If you've got 2-way radios, you got a group of people, you're in the front, make sure you call out what car it is, what color, model, how many, whatever. It'll help your buddies behind you out quite a bit.
So I had want to go to Atlanta on this road. That's fucking, what was it, 37 miles past that intersection?
Yeah, something like that. I know, we tried to do it with Alicia when we were here, and she's like, but when we came up here to go swimming, we ended up behind the tractor with the road grader, and this thing was beautiful. That's our swimming hole right down there. The water is really high. Can't even see where we were swimming. That's a good spot right down there. Looks like another truck is coming. Yeah, I remember drinking beer and throwing beer cans out the thing in my 20s.
I used to take my truck camper and take the jet boat up here all the time.
Did you notice how there's no boats out there?
Yeah.
Got one Toyota coming up here.
That thing is lowered like that. It's kind of a bitch when that ramp has lost that much water.
Oh yeah, the Arrow Rock ramp. Yeah, it gets pretty steep. It goes way down in there though, but it does get pretty steep.
Yeah, it gets steep and then just before you park, everything about it is kind of sketchy.
Yeah, that's right. If I remember right, you just like pull off the ramp into the sand, don't you? Ah, the memories people have. When you grew up around these areas, doing all kinds of fun stuff, and maybe some dangerous stuff. You didn't hear the part about drinking beer and throwing beer cans, okay? I'm gonna hair up on this corner here, but if you need to get back, you can just keep cruising, dude.
I think I'm gonna head back.
I'll spare you the 5 o'clock traffic and the rest of the bumpy drive, and thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.